And hello, Shock fans, your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, back with one of my favorites. Transformers Generations, Fall of Cybertron, Soundblaster. And this one actually surprised me. One, because it's a repaint of Soundwave that they released at the exact same time of Soundwave. Two, because it's a black repaint, and as I said in one of the Rip Talks, Hasbro, a black repaint? Oh. Yeah, this thing's awesome, and I love it. Everything looks better when it's a Decepticon and an Autobot in jet black. He had nothing to do with Fall of Cybertron, I guess, unless you made a custom one in the make-your-own-bot thing. But, yeah, it's great. It's big. I'll go and scale it now before I even get started. It got repainted as Blaster, which is okay. But I prefer the Soundblaster and Soundwave because it's Decepticon, obviously. And as you can see, he just dwarfs poor Thundercracker. Articulation-wise, and I'll get onto the gimmick at the end of it. The articulation, the head's on a nice swivel. Mine's a bit tight. The shoulders are on this kind of joint that lets them move up, but I think it's might be transformation only. Then there's a swivel that lets him move his arms. There's a swivel down here. Yeah, right here, elbow. His elbow bicep part. His elbow can bend nicely, very nice, and his hands can swivel. He has a wrist swivel. I know a lot of people put the gun up here. I prefer him holding this because I actually have him on my display as another character other than Soundblaster. He's kind of like, well, he's Soundblaster, but he's like another character, kind of like Soundwave a bit. No way swivel. Legs on ratchets, I think, or swivels. One of the two. I think it's swivels only. They can go out, back, forth. There's a knee swivel or a thigh. It's right up in here. It's hard to tell. Knees are nice clicky bends. Ooh. And the feet can pivot back and forth. I love this thing to pieces, and I got this thing like on pre-order. I paid a little extra for it, but I totally didn't mind. Just fixing the arms because it was worth it. The gimmick I wasn't as excited about as everyone else. It was cool. What it was you push this button and his chest falls down, and there's this big Oreo looking thing in there. And on the back here, what you do is you like pull it back, all this out. And what you would do is you would cram his disc in there, and then when you would just press it, you would just like keep pressing it. And this gimmick to me just feels very fragile. There, I don't like to mess with that gimmick because I know eventually he'll cause the thing to break, and I love it like this. And a lot of people are using it for Generations 1 Soundwave. I use the War for Cybertron Deluxe class Generations 1 because it's shorter, and this thing towers over Megatron. But I mean, it's just, if you love black repaints like I do, it was just a given to get the thing. Plus, it's big. I don't have the repaint in my hand right now, but I do own Soundwave, not Soundblaster. I mean, yes, Soundblaster, not Autobot Blaster. That always confused me why they called him Blaster. But anyway, this is the kind of guy I can just expect transforming into like a boombox, like in G1, and just blasting some Hard Rock Hallelujah or some Cradle of Filth. I mean, just, he's awesome. He could totally destroy any, like he could take any Autobot, I'm pretty sure. Blaster wouldn't stand a chance. I'm so glad they made this because I'm pretty sure Takara would have been like, hey, Soundwave, let's paint him as Soundblaster. And I would have had to dish out a buttload of money to get a Japanese version. So Hasbro luckily came through and made one. And I'm very glad they did. Do I suggest it? Yes, I would be willing, even though it's a Voyager, I would be willing to just go up to 35 on this thing because it's awesome. It's big. It's got a nice, it comes with a buzzsaw. It does come with that. I don't have them in hand right now, and I have no clue where I put those things. But yeah, this thing's worth it. I love this thing. There's not a lot of kibble hindering it. Oh, my camera froze. But there's not a lot of kibble messing it up or anything. So yeah, definitely get this thing. It's a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, this is in your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross. Hope you enjoyed this. Signing off.